The views expressed in this podcast, Champ and Tramp, belong to the host and guest, not the Champ and Tramp podcast itself. It's intended for entertainment information, so please use discretion. We're not responsible for any outcomes resulting from the content discussed.
Guys, I can't stress it enough. Carnivore is a game changer.
This stuff absolutely slaps. I mean, it's made from straight beef, and we all know beef builds muscle.
Exactly. The crazy thing about 70% of the population is lactose intolerant and aren't even aware that whey and other popular proteins are slowing them down.
Yes, once I made the switch to carnivore, I noticed the difference in my performance immediately. I even felt better throughout my day.
That's right. Carnivore is sugar-free, fat-free, lactose-free, and dairy-free. So no more sudden bathroom breaks during the podcast, Frankie.
Haha. But seriously, carnivore changed the game and is and always will be our go-to protein choice.
That's right. Make the switch today, guys, and beef up with carnivore.
Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, FE. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. We're never tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the Champ and the Tramp, let the bomb blast.
All right, we got a good one tonight, guys. Fight fans out there, you're going to be stoked for this one. We got the king of violence himself, Mike Perry, in the house, ready to go. Let's go. Where are you at now, Mike? Orlando?
Yeah, something like that. I'm pretty close to Orlando.
Okay.
You don't want to give the exact location.
Yeah.
On.
The feds might be looking.
It's a small city, bro. I mean, a lot of people know, but we'll keep it quiet for some of the weirdos out there.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Plenty of them out there.
What's up with y'all boys, though, man? What's up, Frankie Edgar, man? The legend. What's good, bro?
Hey, man, I'm just chilling. How you been now? What you killing it in the bare-knuckle game, bro? I love seeing that, man. You bring a different intensity to that game, bro. You were made for that.
I think that game is its own different intensity. Well, especially when it's me performing, a lot of people like to tune into that. And, you know, some of those boxing fights we saw the other night weren't a ton of fun to watch. So I know bare knuckle is so exciting. It's fast paced, 2-minute rounds. And, you know, I'm really excited to get back in there and put my fist on someone's face. A little bit of a redemption.
There you go.
Speaking of the boxing fights, I do think that women's fight, forgive me for getting the girl's name, but that was the best fight of the night, don't you think?
Serrano versus Taylor.
Dude, holy shit, that was a great fight. I think she got robbed, no?
Yes,
Serrano?
I do believe that Serrano got robbed.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%. She only had one cut, and it was from 4 headbutts.
Yeah.
And then the other girl, Katie Taylor, I mean, she's a good fighter, but, like, she was busted up, and maybe it was those 2-minute rounds. They were really pushing the pace.
Yeah, they were. You're right. They definitely were. Yeah, I mean, she threw 100 more punches or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, landed 100 more.
I forget how many number of fights that was for her, but I think that was a rematch for them, and she said, I've only ever been cut, ever,
twice,
two fights by the same girl.
Headbutting, yeah.
Actually, her coach said that, you know what I mean? Amanda was super humble.
Yeah, you're right.
And she was like, you know, congrats to her. And then her coach came in and was like, nah, man, this is some BS.
Yeah.
You know, he tried to speak up for his fighter, and, you know, it didn't really move. I thought MVP was going to go for Amanda Serrano, but it seems like they were more worried about the parlays, I guess.
Yeah, you wonder. You think that matters? You think that matters when it comes to the outcomes of these fights? Yeah. That
Sometimes, if it goes to decision, especially.
Yeah, they put a little something on it, and that sucks though. It's like that, you know.
No, it makes the game sweet, man. It's all sour, and that's why there's really only a couple shiners, man. Like people that really is doing it, you know, and in the fight game, you got to fight a lot of people under their own rules and regulations, and everyone tries to chop it all up to make it more suited for them. that's what I like about bare knuckle is that I've had success, and no matter what they threw at me, I seem to thrive under the pressure, the bone crushing pressure.
What do you think it is though, compared to like you fought MMA? Obviously, we know that. Did you fight? You box too, right? But what is it about the bare knuckle that you think it just draws you to it so much?
I don't know, man. I got a hard head, and I'm super durable. Yeah, super tough. And being a tough fighter isn't always the best if a guy's picking you apart. But there's ways around that. How you roll with the punches, things like that. And I wish, like when I fought Jake Paul, if it was bare knuckle or if it was MMA, like. I'd like to fight him in PFL. Yeah. I threw him on his head. I had his back. You know what I mean? Right. I think he's a fish out of water in that position.
For sure. Now, how about your hands? How does your hands feel when you throw with the bare knuckles?
The first time was pretty rough.
Does it take some getting used to?
Yeah, I had to learn how to squeeze these things harder, and it really tore up my hands the first time, and then I haven't had a problem since. Little Julian Lane, his little muscle head, he was beating up my fist with his forehead, but I hit him a lot, so it worked out.
Yeah. Now they're always excited. Are you going to be on the Philly card?
Eddie and Jeremy Stevens, right?
Maybe.
I saw Jeremy Stevens and Eddie Alvarez gonna fight. There we go. That's a good fight for Eddie, man. Absolutely. He might be able to take that one, against the little heathen. I don't think the little heathen has looked incredible in boxing or in bare knuckle, and he's done all right. So I think that's a good fight, fun fight. And maybe David Feldman does want to bring a platinum prize to the Philadelphia card for his hometown people, and I'll blow the roof off that bitch. The return of Platinum Mike Perry in Philadelphia sounds kind of good to me.
Yeah.
So is there anything to this? I mean, we got to ask, right? Is there anything to this Conor McGregor claiming that he's not going to let you fight, and he's a part owner now, right? Correct? But is there anything to that, or is that just Conor McGregor being Conor McGregor and sort of bringing hype to the BKFC train that's going on right now?
You got to ask yourself, do you think Conor is done making money?
Exactly. I mean, you're a cash cow. Why wouldn't he want you there? You know what I mean?
Come on, man. I'm cream of the crop over there. Exactly. He ain't doing nothing but talking over
there.
That's
what I'm saying.
So, and I don't know how that works with his. He's got a couple UFC fights left. Dana says he's going to fight in 2025. I know Conor's, itching to get back in there, but it's hard because he doesn't have to. And he's quite busy outside doing business. And apparently there's all types of other things. I mean, this is something to speak on. I saw a post about one of the things a woman said about him, what he said to her during an altercation, and all the comments were very pro Conor, and they were like, yeah, I don't see him roasting himself in the middle of this altercation. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Well, I know he was in court had for some is that what you're talking about? For some allegations? Yeah. I think that was dated back like a few years, right?
It sounds bogus though, right? I mean, the girl like walked out with him or something. There's pictures of them walking out after the fact and all this. You know what I mean?
This tweet said that he was like, now you know what it's like when I was down 3 times in the octagon. And everyone was like,
yeah,
Conor's not talking shit about himself, bro.
I did see that. I did see that. That's like when when Habib was on top of me or some shit, right? He said,
yeah, something like that. Like when I was down 3 times. Hilarious. So, that's tough, man. I don't want to. We all wanted to be famous fighters, but then you reach a certain level or pinnacle, and you're like running into these demons, I guess.
Yeah, well, they're out there,
Who was the baseball player? We talked about him a while back. Remember the girl videotaped herself in bed with him and made all these claims, and he actually fought her. He took her to court and actually won. Remember?
Yeah.
What was his name? Trevor Bauer.
Bauer.
Yeah, yep. He actually won that. But I mean,
That should go that way though. If a woman's lying and saying some wild shit, because that could ruin a person. I mean, if she gets caught for lying, she should get the.
She was texting her friend his net worth while she was with him and stuff. It was crazy. But.
Trump, you got to hear this, man. People are saying it all the time. These women should be tried with the same charge that they're trying to hit these people with.
Yeah. There's no coming back from it, for a dude. I mean, if it's false, obviously. It's false allegation.
I don't know. Connor's had like 7 or 9 of them things.
He's had a few. He's definitely had a few.
True.
I'll tell you what, though. He has got a ride or die wifey, boy. She is.
That's true.
She don't say a word. She just stands by his side and smiles.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah, man.
Man, with the wifeys, it's what's that saying where they say it's like it's impossible either way? I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't keep them. They can't be happy all the time, and
you're damned if you do.
Or they could be perfectly fine, but they're mad as hell.
Absolutely, yeah.
They're mad for no reason.
Hell hath no fury like a woman's
Mine's
scorned,
mad.
right?
Mine's mad right now.
They're always mad.
Yeah,
They're always mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we would love to. I mean, as a fan of yours, bro, there's nothing more I'd like to see than see you back in there. That'd be great if you're on that Philly card. Maybe we could even get over there. That's right around the corner.
I'd love to get out to that. Did I see someone told me, I don't know if this is true, someone told me that Feldman is doing a tournament for bare knuckle, but someone said 25 mil to the winner. Is that right? 25 million?
Really?
Yeah, I saw that today. I didn't know nothing about it. A couple UFC fighters hit me up like, yo, and he said in the video, because he was talking with Joe Ben and Dean Thomas, and he said that they're doing this $25 million tournament. Now, obviously, that can break down a lot of ways. How many weight classes are involved in the payment? It's not one winner gets $25 million. He said these people will be they will be paid throughout the process. It's an 11-month process. There will be 24, then there will be 16, then there will be 8, and obviously all those fights will be paid for, and leading to a grand prize of what and how much. But he said all fighters and anywhere will be able to enter this tournament.
Wow.
I've been watching. I love martial arts shows, and I've been watching the new season of Cobra Kai, and they at the Saikai Taikai, which is like this world-class tournament. It turns out Mr. Miyagi was like in the Saikai Taikai, and he like had this dark past.
Oh, damn, I got to check this out. I got to check that out.
It's good stuff, man.
They were in New York.
Oh, yeah, they were at the...
Cast of Cobra Kai, yeah.
No, they weren't. They were at the Mike Tyson thing.
Oh, that's right. You're right. You're right. I knew I saw him this weekend
Netflix.
somewhere.
It's on Netflix,
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty wild on Netflix, man. I mean, how many people? They're saying like 135 people saw that fight or some shit. 335 million people
Really?
tuned in. Something crazy.
Well,
Crazy number.
They're giving them a hard time, kind of breaking their balls for the streaming. Kept going out, but I mean,
That was the first time they ever had.
broke records.
Hey,
you know?
I don't know if it's crack streams or methstreams.com, but that shit was, it was playing really well. We had the TV frozen, and I was watching on my phone.
Yeah.
And
Crack stream, East streams, some shit. I forget which one it is.
Yeah,
work.
The only people who, the people who paid money for it were the people who went to the show, and they were full house. 60,000 people or more?
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible.
18 million was the box office.
Wow.
18 mil.
They were all there to see Mike Tyson. Man.
Yeah. Mike was the A side of that, 100%.
Of course, A++. Yeah.
But he made less. He made half. Well, I mean, he still made a boatload.
And
then
the next night, John Jones performs incredibly. Now they want to take things away from Stipe Miocic, which I thought he looked great.
He did, yeah.
You know, John just is vicious.
Yeah.
And his takedowns are incredible. Like, you know, Charles Oliveira's ground game, insane.
Yeah.
And you know, John took it to another level, and then a heavyweight spinning back kick, amazing. He tore some arteries pretty much, and you know, the reason I bring up the John Jones match is because when I knew I was coming on to talk with Frankie Edgar, I thought of John Jones, and I thought, you know, you guys are the OGs, like the first people we watched, and you were one of the first just incredible champions that had these banger fights. Would you have 4 with I don't remember.
Gray. Yeah,
you
three
beat him
with
4
Gray.
times.
Yeah. 3 with Gray, 3 with BJ.
Yeah, dude, and you know, but it made me think, because you were at the top for a long time, and then, you know, Father Time is a motherfucker, bro. So, but John is never wavered.
Yeah.
He's had some closer fights, but
sure.
still, he's never wavered.
Yeah. No, he's incredible, man.
You think it's easier at heavyweight?
No, I think at
I
heavy,
think it's easier when you're tall, you know, tall and black. Hey.
the length. I think the length does help in fighting, man.
It's hard when you're short and white.
Hey,
We got
amen to
these
that, brother.
flex
Amen to that.
arms.
The struggle is real.
No, I tell you though, the story I like about that John Jones thing is that spinning back kick. He's, you know, it's probably one of the hardest kicks you could throw is a spinning back kick. And he said his Taekwondo coach came over 3 months, and for like 3 hours a week they practiced that kick, like 3 hours a week for several months, and boom, he hit it in the fight. And like that's that Bruce Lee saying, don't fear the man that trained, you know, 1,000 kicks once. Train the guy that trained 1 kick 1,000 times. You know what I mean? I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Kind of comes into play
Yeah.
there.
Yep, I remember that. I dropped some Bruce Lee quotes in the octagon.
Yeah, you got some classic moments in there.
That's why everybody loves you,
thank
bro.
you.
Yeah. You just got a wit about you, man. That it can't be recreated. It's just it's so
you're real, you're genuine, bro.
Yeah,
that's what people like. They like genuineness. You know what I mean? You're not fake.
But
I mean, there's just many dudes that are wild that are fake, and you know some people like them, but not the real ones.
Didn't you tell Rockhold I'm gonna break your fist with my face or some shit like that? Just
Yeah.
I said, you're gonna punch my face, and it's gonna be the hardest thing you ever hit. And then I'm gonna break your face with my fist
And
or
that's
some
exactly
shit.
what
Like that. And then
happened,
I
man.
did.
Yeah.
Broke his teeth.
Yeah,
And Rocco been doing great.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think that's the thing with bare knuckle, man, is you just, you know, you have to be willing to take the punishment, and you do, bro. I mean, you've gotten cracked in there. Your face has been rearranged, and you just keep coming. Obviously, you took out Eddie. Eddie was looking good up until that point. You know what I mean? Luke. I mean, you're a glutton for punishment, man, and you love it, and you keep pressing forward. It's crazy. It's crazy to watch.
You know, Eddie was just DMing me, and I'm like, you know, he wants to pat himself on the back, and I'm like, brother, it was 4 minutes.
Yeah.
The next 2 minutes was gonna be the end of your life. That's why he quit. You know, and what they call it? They call it a corner stoppage, doctor stoppage. No, brother. You watch the video. His corner said, "Do you want to stop?" And he said, whatever he said yes.
Really? Because he's a dog, man.
Of course he said yes. He didn't get up off that chair. I was standing up waiting, and I'm waiting for the next one.
Yeah.
Especially with all these clucks quacking on the internet talking about fired from some guy who's never fucking fought for them or none of that, and hasn't fought in how many years, and when he did fight, he got smoked and knocked out a couple times, broke his leg. Doctor stoppage! Shut your mouth, mate. How about that?
You really don't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah,
That's
wow.
great. That's great.
Yeah, but he's the guy. He's the guy you want. You think you want to get Conor in there? You think you have a chance to get Conor in bare knuckle?
No.
I think we're trying to do something that's going to be bigger and better than that for everyone involved. Because yes, there's these people that have these names or they're good at getting on the camera or talking, saying some nonsense or starting a ruckus, but then there's people that true fight fans know to be incredible warriors, and those are the ones I look forward to facing.
Mm. Can you give us any hints? Any hints?
I could, man, but like, Mike, what I'm also afraid of is when I say these things, they don't happen. But like, if he don't want to do it, I know they throwing numbers. I know they're throwing numbers. And if he don't want to do it, when everybody want to see me beat him up.
Who is it, Frankie? Who's he talking about? He won't say it. You say it. Who is it?
I mean, is it Jake Paul?
I said it.
Is it Jake Paul?
I said it. I said it, you guys.
We got to rewind this.
So good, right over your head. Like,
It did go. Who's he talking about, Frankie? Come on, you got to know.
I don't know. Jake Paul? Paul?
I mean, that would be bigger than.
First of all, Jake's not coming to bare knuckle.
No way. No chance. No chance.
I got my fight league coming out this weekend.
I saw that on your Instagram.
It's gonna be boxing with elbows, DBX, Dirty Boxing Championships.
Wow, I like that.
So it's boxing in 5-ounce gloves with elbows and ground and pound to a knockdown opponent.
So no takedowns, but if you knock them down, you can ground and pound.
Yes.
Kind of like the karate combat a little bit.
Yes. And it kind of made me think like, damn, maybe some trips or something, but no. You got to hit them with the fist, stumble them, knock them over, something. And you can ground and pound, but you can't go down to your knees. You got to stay on your feet.
Okay. I like that. Where is it? Where are these taking place?
So our private show, November 23rd, will be in Miami. Those who have registered VIP guests, and we'll have a small crowd, maybe between 300 and 500 folks that have registered and received emails with locations, tickets, and we're gonna put on a little private show. We're gonna film everything. I think we're gonna run it as if it were a live event, and then we'll post all the juicy clips on social media for those to gain a taste and want a hunger for more dirty boxing.
That's awesome.
I like the way bare knuckle works. So who's the 45-pound champion? He like almost drop steps on guys, bumps them with their shoulder, then he grabs them and starts dirty boxing.
Oh, with the handlebar mustache?
Yeah,
he's good.
That's just like it makes me want to give it a shot. You know what I mean? Just interesting how it's a different way to approach it.
Yeah, you talking about Kai?
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know Kai.
He just fought Rivera. He fought Jimmy Rivera.
Yeah, and Jimmy Rivera went the distance with him.
Right.
Kai did fight some really tough guys like HD. HD is really good. He's really strong, really tough. 145er. I sparred him one day for like 10 or 11 rounds.
Wow.
And I was shocked by how tough he was. I hit him with some good shit. He ain't go nowhere. So, and Kai beat him up. Kai's a smart kid. He fights with a really masterful game plan. He must watch tape, puts things together, has an idea for his opponents in a way he wants to go about fighting them. But Jimmy Rivera had a good fight with him. I was happy to see that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's a local guy to us. Good dude. We've had him on the show, but he looks good over there, man. Jimmy looks good over there, and he's like a full-time cop too. So
Yeah, I know it.
Fights on the side, so yeah, does well.
And we're both team FRM, so
there you go.
It's not a team sport, but I rock with the guys on the squad,
One of the scariest dudes I've ever seen over there. Obviously, right now he's out with an injury. I think he broke his arm the way he landed on it. But Lorenzo Hunt, he is a scary fucking dude, bro. The way that guy throws.
Yeah, I want to see his return.
Yep.
I like Lorenzo. I speak with him often. He's always training and just always eager to get better and stronger. And and he fought a dozer in Mick Terrell. Mick Terrell's, I really like that guy too. Really tough guy, and he landed some good shots on the Juggernaut. And Juggernaut's face took him pretty well, but it was unfortunate how he landed.
Yeah, it's just the way he planted his arm, I think, if I remember right.
And I think there's something that happens when you force your body up in weight. Lorenzo was a 2-division champion. He was trying to be the first in any sport 3-division champion, not considering boxing, where Manny Pacquiao was like an 8-division champion.
The weight class,
but it was close. Like every 3 pounds there was a weight class. This was like MMA weight classes, and I'm saying that because when I went up to 200 pounds, I struggled to find my legs in the ring after trying to pack on weight, which I failed at anyways. I weighed in like 4 pounds less than the max, and my opponent was probably 215, and I was struggling to find my legs. I was like, damn, I wish I stretched a little harder, did the splits, ran some sprints in the hallway before I came out here to fight, before I fought an 8-round, 3-minute match. And I'm like, a lot of times in training, I'm like, okay, I don't want to have too big of a warm-up. I just want to do a couple moves and then get in the ring, and then I'll get warmed up while I'm in there fighting, because 24 minutes is a long time.
Yeah.
I've never fought a 5-round fight. I know you did, but my whole life I fought 15 minutes. And then my last fight, I went 16 minutes. Shit, I went the same amount of time Mike Tyson did with him.
Yeah.
Even though Mike Tyson's 58.
Yeah.
And Mike Tyson didn't get knocked down at all, but he was also 228.
Yeah, right. That matters.
It helps when you're used to that weight.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been a small guy for a long time.
Yeah.
Obviously the internet is alive as it is with anything, with the rumor mill and conspiracy theories that fight was rigged, and
this dude.
I didn't
bro.
say he. Listen to this guy. He's saying that I'm saying it. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying that the internet is talking. They are saying it. It's all over the place if you look at it.
Yeah,
it is.
It wasn't rigged, bro.
I didn't say it was.
I was talking with Helwani, and Helwani's got this frustrations and with some of the fan base, and I was saying, Helwani's the guy you want on your side arguing for you, and because he's really good with the words, how to chop them up, but at the same time, he's like, they won't give him. Why won't they give him the credit? And I'm like, he doesn't need credit. He got everything else. He don't need the credit. My dad sent me a video about Jake being a diddler, a diddy boy, back in the day when he had some influencer house and all this stuff. I mean, I didn't buy into it. It is what it is, but these people eventually, maybe shit cracks down on them down the road. Trump's not going to play that shit.
Definitely not.
No Diddy activities.
Nah. No Diddy.
You ever had a Diddy party, Frankie?
No, I've never been to a
never
Diddy
made it?
party.
All right.
I'll tell you, my father-in-law used to do his computers, though. He did all his computers. And
No
shit.
way.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
yeah.
Sean John. Remember Sean John? The clothing company?
line? Yeah.
It was Diddy's clothing company. He worked for his company. And he installed computers at his house and shit.
God.
Yeah.
Wonder what he saw on that.
Made it out alive.
That was the original That was the original Hunter Biden laptop.
Bro,
PC.
bro got the hard drives. That's crazy.
He's some guy. He
Yo, you getting indicted now.
He left with a bottle of lube.
They said the lube was GHB.
Oh yeah. I did hear that.
Really?
Putting people to sleep.
Yeah,
Your boys start rubbing your back. You get
Sleeping.
tired.
Yeah, I remember one of the fucking best moments is when you was trying to run out to the Halo theme song, and they played Halo by Beyonce, and you just flipped it and got into it, bro. That was classic, bro. That was so good.
Man, my old gamer tag, I used to play Halo 2. I was sniper, no sniping. I used to watch Dora the Explorer in the day and snipe people in the night. Sniper, no sniping.
Damn.
Speaking of Dora the Explorer, you're a dad now, right? A dad of 2 now. We're a dad of 3 over there, dad of 2 myself.
Okay.
Nothing. Does that change your fight philosophy at all, being a dad? Does it make you a better fighter? Does it make you not want to get beat up as much?
Ah, man.
I put you on the spot.
I don't implement the children really in what it is I do. I bring them, they come to the gym, training is training. No one's trying to necessarily kill me at training, or if they do come, if they do come and they're supporting, I might try to fight different that night. And and that's what you got to be careful of. And I did bring them to the Eddie fight, right? I had my son at the Eddie fight, and that was the fight I won a belt. And anybody who's talking, my belt, the King of Violence belt, owns the whole fucking company, the whole organization.
Yeah, for sure.
That belt is the highest paid belt in the arena for bare-knuckle, period. So all these other belts, I knocked out their one middleweight champion twice in MMA, out cold, unconscious. Bro still has bad dreams about that. He been trying to get that fight, and that's fine. I'll do it again to him, but I just don't think that he's on their radar for what it is they have to pay me. Yeah. So we're looking for fights, for names that get the people going, and when it comes to my kids, I really don't, especially at this point in my career, I feel like I've had a lot of success. I feel like I've gone through a lot, and I feel like it's about to get really mean and really nasty. And that's just not for my kids. And I recently saw a fight, and I feel some type of way about it. It was a friend of mine, and he had his child there, and it didn't go great. It was not great. And the first thing I thought of was that boy. And they're not, who knows if they even are paying attention to that, but it's not something that they can't not fucking be hit by. And maybe they take it well, maybe they don't, but maybe it's something that affects you for 20 years. And I've had good moments with mine, and I'll keep that in the rest of my career. No matter what happens, I'm gonna keep them out of it, and I'm gonna fucking fight for everything that I got left, to make the money I need to make, to get the house I need to get, and the land, and the boat, and the life that I want to build for us, so that we can have a life outside of this fighting shit. Yeah, man. I don't wish fighting on them. I don't want them to do that. They was both in here playing doctor tonight. My son and my daughter, they got their little, my son got a briefcase, got all the shots and all the stuff in it. My daughter, she a veterinarian, she got the shots and they was both, whatever toys I get, I gotta get 2. Because my son don't want to share, and my daughter needs her own shit. So, it's just.
So it's safe to say the best Platinum Mike Perry is yet to come then.
Oh. Man, I still got time, man.
Let's
it's
go.
my Larry Bird year.
That's awesome.
Let's go.
I'm shooting threes all year long, and now that I didn't turn 33 until September, so now until next September, I'm shooting threes and nothing but net, baby.
Now, is there someone? I mean, that's not in the promotion that you would like them to sign that you could get in there with?
Other than the name that they are attempting to get for me, for us, for everyone, Matt Brown was sounded interesting, but he's doing fight circus over there in Thailand, just beating up.
He'd be great. He'd be great for your league, man. He's got some nasty elbows.
But he said no to things. He was like, you know what, man, just fuck this shit. And I'm proud of him for that. Like, he can have fun with it and not have to work too hard, even though he is very skilled and dangerous. And if he doesn't want that bloodshed and that life changing, because this shit will change you, your face, change your mind, change your life, change your soul. And every time I have a fight, I wake up a different person. And but I've prepared myself for that so many times, and Matt did as well, and he did it for so many years. And he's like, you know what, man, I want to find other happiness in life. So I can respect that. I mean, Jake Paul coming in, Conor McGregor coming in, bare-knuckle, the bare-knuckle squared circle, those are fun, really fun fights. I've been at a fight with Anthony Pettis. I respect him a lot. I think Benson Henderson would be incredible in bare-knuckle fighting. I watched him and Anthony Pettis fight in karate combat, and that was a hell of a fight. But Pettis is such a flashy kicker.
Right, yeah.
Right? In boxing, I think Benson Henderson had quite the style. Robbie Lawler would be fucking awesome.
Wow.
Nate Diaz doesn't want to do it. Jorge Masvidal doesn't want to do it. I mean, Jorge started there.
Yeah.
So I get it with him.
Yep.
I understand him because he started there. So it's like, he really leveled up like big time. And it's like, yo, I ain't gonna go backwards, And
He's got his own fight league too, right?
Too bad Kimbo wasn't here when bare knuckle was popping.
Yeah.
Gamebred got the Gamebred bare knuckle MMA. It's the only bare knuckle MMA organization that's actually making waves. They just had big fights. Anthony Pettis got his own league, APFC.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Or APPFC or something. And who else, man? I mean, Frankie Edgar would be good.
Hell yeah.
Bare knuckle.
Hell yeah.
I called out Chris Weidman. We was at a UFC fight. I was like, I think it was after I beat up Luke Rockhold. I was like, Weidman.
It was sad to see that.
Weidman was like, you and me?
Yeah.
It was sad to see
so
that he
big.
didn't get
He's a big boy.
this fight this past weekend though. His what happened there? I just know it wasn't him. It was his opponent that
got hurt or
some-
something, right?
it was
Eric
some medical.
Anders said he got food poisoning.
Was that what it was? Okay.
I was really excited to see that fight too. I know
Yeah.
Eric Anders is no joke too,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I mean, they were saying that would have been probably his retirement fight, right?
I mean, he was in New York, maybe, yeah.
Y'all saw what Chael Sonnen said about Bo Nickel and Paul Craig?
No. What was you guys' take on that fight?
Did you see what Paul Craig said on Morning Combat about me when he met me?
No,
All right. So I loved it. I loved the story video. He was on Morning Combat because it was true. I was fighting in Sacramento and Craig was on the car and I was like, "You Scottish?" And he's like, "All right." And I was like, Braveheart? He's like, "I." And I was like, "See, if I was you," and he's like, "I." And I was like, I do the fucking blue face paint, man. And I'd be like, let's fucking go, Scotland. And then, so he's like, so they made me this makeup, right? This proper makeup. And like, I get my blue face paint and I'm coming through. And he's like, Mike Perry's in the canteen. And I'm fucking walking by, I got my hood, but I saw him. And he's like, Mike Perry kicks the fucking fire door open and the alarm's going off. And he's like, let's fucking go, Scotland. I love that story. And then, so somebody tagged me that story that night. And I'm like, damn, he's fighting Bo Nickel tonight. Like, it's not good. And Chael Sonnen's like, you're a world-class fucking wrestler. Somebody got their fucking claws in you and goes, no, you're not ready to go on the ground with this guy. We don't fucking know. Right. We don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to take him down. You got to find out. Don't hide
that.
from that shit. You're a world-class collegiate wrestler. Yeah. Slam him and grapple with him a little bit. Yes. Punch him on the ground. Instead, you give us this fight. Seconds ago, you were this close to a Hamzat Chimaev who has been, I said, Hamzat is the closest thing we've got to John Jones. Hamzat has been so dominant that, no one has been like that. And then, Bo Nickel has a point fight with Paul Craig. And I like Bo. I'm not hating on Bo. Bo don't be mad at me. You know what I mean? I like what he said about the crowd booing him. He said they was like, Bo.
Hey, that's the way to do it.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
But
he just seemed a little.
I agree with you though.
I mean, listen, he won, right? He won, but he could have said you would have thought he said, sorry guys, next time I'll do better or whatever. He seems very proud of his performance. What do you think of it?
That. He's just saying that.
Really?
He just listened to his coaches is what he did. Right. And that's what he was proud of, because a lot of fighters were maybe a little stupid and we'd be like, you know what, man, fuck this.
Yeah. But even like just he was throwing
this is what I'm good at. I'm gonna power bomb this guy and then end up in a fucking triangle choke armbar. Who cares?
Yeah.
Well, and just
fight
knowing
like you mean it. That's what fighting's about.
Exactly.
And two, like he was like Pop Shano. Like if he threw 2 more punches after, he was landing those overhands from righty stance and lefty stance. He just needed to throw another 3-2 on top of that. You know what I mean? And he might have put the dude away, or might have rocked him enough to maybe say, all right, now I'll take him down. But he kind of kept it. He's kept it super safe. Fans don't like that shit.
Well, not just the fans. I mean, Dana White, Hunter, those guys don't like that shit either.
Right.
So
right. Not everybody can be a Mike Perry, bro. Not everybody can be a Mike Perry. Come on.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, but I lost some fights, though. Maybe sometimes I wish I did poke a little bit.
Play it
more
safe,
and
really?
Didn't fucking.
Yeah, no, I hear you. You always wish. It's always like Monday morning quarterback type stuff, but people love you for that, though.
Yeah, that's what you're known for.
When it comes to striking, these guys just don't hit hard enough to fucking bother me. So I'm like, all
right, so who's the hardest puncher you've been hit by so far? Obviously, it's got to be a bare knuckle because you got no glove on. But
no, not necessarily.
Yeah, I have to give it to MVP, man. His right hand,
really,
swelled up my cheek pretty good. But I ate that bitch once I took that bitch once. I had my powers. Powers were like, okay, we know where we need to be at, and like my rolling punches ability was really good. But the Jake Paul fight, it's not that he hit me hard. Like, he didn't hurt my head. It's like, I broke my rib like a week before the fight with my sparring partner. He caught me with a good body shot. And I'm like, well, I'm still fucking going in the fight. And it's like the first thing Jake hit me with, because mentally I must have been thinking about that rib. And it's not like I went and got x-rays. Like, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that bitch was broke, because especially when Jake hit me twice in the body. One in the first 10 seconds and then one more a little later, like 4th round or something. And I couldn't get up out of bed for 4 to 6 weeks. I'm sure Stipe's at home right
Oh,
now.
God.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Stipe's like, I need to drink.
Both of those guys were on it too. Wasn't Stipe also a 2-year layoff?
He was out for a while, yeah.
I think he was 2. Jones was 2 years because they kept saying it, but I think Stipe was also 2. What was his last fight? Was
I don't even know when he lost.
Nagano?
I don't even know when his last fight was.
I think it might have been Nagano.
Two. Oh my God, they talking about this Tom Aspinall stuff, and it's like,
Yeah.
if it was Tom, and John's so funny to me. I feel like, he's doing this to get the money that he wants, and they're gonna offer it, and eventually, it's gonna be right, and he's gonna accept it, and he's gonna be like, I got you.
Oh, yeah.
I
This
know
is the time,
exactly
right?
what I'm doing against this young, strong guy. I know exactly what I'm going to fucking do. Because they were saying that about Gon, that no one moves like him. He's a heavyweight, moves like a welterweight, blah, blah, blah. And if it was the fight they were making with Tom, they'd be like, oh, he doesn't want to fight Pereira.
Right,
But he
right,
wants
right,
to fight Pereira, who's what, number 2 pound for pound?
Yeah.
When Tom's number 8, 7 or 8, he wants to go up in the pound for pound. We all know John's number 1 pound for pound.
Yeah.
I don't know who does the rankings over there, but
It just doesn't.
when I knocked out Jake Ellenberger, he was number 12 in the UFC. And I never got, maybe for a second I was top 15. I was number 15, but I should have been number 11 or 12. And then I fought, who'd I fight? I fought number 8, Santiago Ponzinibbio. And all these guys I fought, their records, 27-3 when I fought Ponzinibbio. Who else? Fucking Cowboy. 32, that little sneaky snake. He's good on the ground, but he what do you call that shit? When people, the Diddy shit, where they groom them. Yeah, Cowboy groomed me. Motherfucker had me. He was watching me in camp. He had me around him at the gym, and then we ended up getting the fight with him. He had been planning that shit the whole time. He let me get this hype so he could take it, which props to him. That's a beautiful skill that he was able to pull off on me, but he played my emotions rather than the fight. And now he's gone making movies and shit.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's where the huge disparity would be with Jones and Pereira is on the ground. I mean, Jones would just absolutely dominate him on the ground. The stand-up.
But why? Why? Because Pereira is every day working with one of the greatest heavyweight grapplers, light heavyweight grapplers of all time.
Well, maybe we just haven't got to see him showcase it yet because he never hits the mat. But I mean, certainly Tom Aspinall is on the mat quite a bit, and he's fast as hell. And I think to me, just as a fan, it seems to be like that would be a lot more competitive than Pereira on the ground. You know what I mean?
I mean, yes, Pereira does do this thing where when he fights, he's like, yeah, we're both just going to stand up. And then he gets an opponent like Khalil who's just willing to do that.
Yeah.
His calf kicks are destroying your leg. Yeah. Any grappler in the UFC, you kick them, they're going to get the takedown. And John was striking with Stipe, and then he got his takedowns off of really wild positions.
He hit that Soto Gary.
Yeah, right up.
Yeah.
That was early.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah,
Soto Gary?
Yeah, yep. Like the outside leg trip. Yeah.
Word. That's some Japanese shit.
It is, bro. It is. And nasty with it. And then he dominated. He beat the shit out of him too for that first round.
It was sick. Yeah. I thought Oliveira was gonna rip Chandler's leg off for a second.
Dude, you got to give it to Chandler, though, for literally having his back taken the whole. I mean, he still made it an entertaining fight. It was still.
That was WWE at the end, bro.
Yeah, it was great.
Come on.
He's grinning.
He got up. Oliveira was like, all right, fuck it. Let's go for another ride.
Let's go.
He could have stopped him from standing up.
Exactly.
He's like, fuck it. Let's go for another ride.
Exactly.
It was the crowd was like fucking cheer. Yo, definitely WWE. It was good. It was entertaining.
Fifth round,
sure.
I was still like, he might pull this off. He might knock him out.
He almost did. He fucking had him on a clear street, bro.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how everybody loved that. That was good. There were some really good girl fights on the card.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those there was a buff black girl versus like the girl wearing
the yellow.
She was like a light skinned and she was moving a lot and she was controlling like when the fight happened, but then the girl hit her with some power.
Yeah.
And then they were going crazy on the ground. They were both bleeding. And I think at one point, and they didn't show the replay for it, I swear the girl in the yellow hit the girl in the black with like an uppercut up against the fence and dropped her a little bit. But it looked like she was shooting a takedown. No one caught that.
She hit it.
I saw that shit. Cause then she was bleeding. And my mom was like, how's she bleeding? I'm like, I'm telling you, she hit her with the uppercut. Yeah. It was nasty. That was a hell of a fight.
Yeah, the ladies don't disappoint, man. You know.
Sometimes.
Well,
yeah,
as a whole, you know, when Dana said I'll never, you know, bring women into the UFC, and then Ronda Rousey showed up, and as a whole, they really done quite well.
Oh yeah,
they really have.
Oh, look at the boxing match, like you said. That was the best. Yeah. That was the best.
I miss Ronda, man.
Yeah,
she changed the game, bro. She came in there,
right? We need another one of those, man.
Beating people in like 14 seconds.
I stopped into the mall. I was in the mall with my kids. Walked into Spencer Gifts. My son likes to look at the dirty T-shirts that say, you know, swear words and like point at them and laugh and stuff. And there was a picture of Ronda Rousey, like up on the wall. But it was like, bro, she was like half naked. I was like, I didn't know she did. I thought she was like wholesome.
Did you buy the shirt?
I bought the poster. Yeah, I bought the poster. It's in my house now. No, but I'm saying I thought she was like all wholesome. She's like, what's that?
You never Googled that shit?
No, I'm gonna tonight when I get home, but I never did before. I didn't think she did that stuff. I thought she was Mrs. like wholesome girl.
Oh man,
she was mean as hell, bro. Wherever the money was at.
We had Caitlin Chukagian in here, UFC fighter, that said she won't post like training pictures of her with her feet or fight pictures. She won't post them because people actually zoom in on her feet. So what is it called? Wiki Feet. She sells them on a website called Wiki Feet, I guess it's called, because I guess there's a lot of pervs out there that are into feet.
I think Alexa Grasso does that shit too.
Oh yeah.
Foot fetishes.
You know the Latinas, boy, they can do whatever they want.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It's some bullshit, man. I need to get my monk mind
in order.
Focus, tunnel vision on my next fucking battle, because I'm tired of the disrespect.
So what's the date? Do we have a date for your next battle?
What is the date of that Philly card?
No, 25th, January 25th.
That's January 25th? Right? And the only 24th, the only fight announced so far is Eddie's fight. That's it?
I believe so.
Okay, so you could be on that card potentially.
Maybe,
Let's
man.
Go, man. Call somebody out.
We'll
Mike.
see what's up with this $25 million tournament.
Yeah, well,
I think
true.
he's gonna spend like $1 million to pay all the other fighters involved, and then I'll come out of there with 24.
He's got that.
There you go.
That Conor McGregor backing now, so he's got the money now.
Yeah, you know, with Trump in office, Platinum Mike Perry, the American gangsters, getting that Conor McGregor money.
There you go. There you go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
I appreciate you guys.
Yo, Bless, always good talking to you, Mike. You're fucking definitely a big fan. Anytime you fight, you know it's gonna be entertaining, and you're gonna bring it, bro. So good luck in the future. And, we'll be tuning in. Hopefully you're in Philly, bro. We'll come see you in person.
Come see you, man, if you're there. Always a fan, Mike. Appreciate you,
bro.
You
guys are that close? I thought you guys were in New
York.
About
an hour.
No, we're in the Jersey Shore. So we're like
Jersey
an hour
Shore.
from Philly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Y'all be out there.
That's it. Fist
yeah.
pumping, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I swear my wife looked like Snooki, and like nobody liked Snooki back then. And I was like, yo, Snooki was fire back then, bro. Nobody was fucking with Snooki, bro. That's crazy.
Snooki, she did all right over here. She did all right over here.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all. Maybe I'll make it up to Jersey Shore sometime.
Absolutely,
Let's go,
yo.
man.
Yeah,
Come
I'd love
sit
to
on the
have you,
couch.
man. I
Next
just
fight,
opened up
bro.
a school too. I got jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai school, man. Love to have you.
Come check it out, brother. Good
right,
to
bro.
see you,
Be
man.
good, bro.
Thanks for talking with me,
You
champ.
got it. You got it, brother. Be
Take
good.
care, Mike.
What's up, guys? Make sure you follow us on your favorite podcast platforms. You can find the links in the description below. And if you've enjoyed this episode, hit that like button and share it with a friend. Your support keeps us growing.